There's been a huge amount of turmoil on the high street over the last 12 or 18 months. Big closures, stores going into liquidation, and most recently, of course, the big announcement from House of Fraser of the closure of a number of some of their big, even flagship stores. Inevitably, the finger gets pointed at online shopping, and particularly the shift in customer behaviour. And I guess there is some truth in that. 18% roughly of the last count of retail transactions in the UK were carried out online through either direct through the mail delivery or click and collect. But at the same time, there are a couple of things that I think that are drivers of change which are outside of and in addition to the change in customer behaviour. The first is inevitably the challenge that government has of how to deal with the tax regime for online retail in a world where retail tax regimes have been built around the physical ownership or occupation of property. There is no doubt that business rates and the business rate regime, particularly the latest re-evaluation, have disadvantaged high street retailers in particular. But there's also something about the retailer themselves that they have to be accountable for. There was no right for a department store to say in business just because it was a department store or the big store on the street. And it strikes us that many department stores and other stores have managed to lose touch with the market, lose touch with the customer. Many of them, as a result, produce muddled offers, confused propositions. You go into stores and it wasn't clear what they were offering, why they existed. 21st century retail success will come from getting the blend of online and offline right. It will also come from thinking through the particular purpose of each channel and remembering one thing, that in a world where so much is done without human interaction, many people, many customers still want to buy from an individual. They still want to get advice. They still want to try things on. They still want to look at things, touch them, and get to see how they might look in their space. There is still a really positive role for retail stores and for high street. However, retailers themselves need to start thinking differently and more innovatively about the role of physical space and how it complements online. Without change and innovation in retail, high streets will suffer, communities will suffer, and eventually we'll all be poorer.